Yeah, because they're outside.
Or let's just have a written in.
Yeah, the issue is impact.
Okay, so bring somebody into the top and just ask them questions from the top.
Yeah.
Do you know which ones who they are? Is there somebody from 110 who came in the room? Let's all. Okay, go ahead. You get to ask your question.
Okay. 1 second. Turn down. So on the topic of sex, how I perceive it, and you can tell me if I'm mistaken, this is how I perceive what you said. You mainly discuss it in a way that it's ways to only have children, and not necessarily for recreation. How I perceive it, once again, is how I saw what you said. It's only meant for childbearing, not for fun. You almost villainized recreational sex. Like,
No, I have recreational sex all the time with my husband.
I was just saying how I perceived it.
Sure, no. Pro-lifers do not believe that you can only have sex unless you're intending to create life, right? No, absolutely. I have recreational sex all the time. But I have recreational sex in a committed relationship with my husband, understanding that we could create another human being.
Okay, so then further my question is, if I'm having recreational sex, and I have a proper IUD, non-hormonal, okay, right? I'm on antidepressants, so I didn't want hormonal because of that reason, which is fine. Some people may not have access to that, which is also fine. If I want to have sex recreationally with someone I met, because I'm like, hey, it's fun, and I don't want a child, say I get pregnant, say the IUD slips up, and I need to get an abortion because with an IUD.
Well, IUDs actually commit early abortion, so.
Okay, so that's not.
That's actually true because a lot of times, most of the times, conception occurs in the fallopian tube. That's where egg and sperm unite. When egg and sperm unite, that's a unique, whole, living human being that's never existed before and will never exist again comes into existence. With a copper IUD, the way it spins, it makes sure that the embryo cannot implant into the lining of the uterus.
Wait, real quick. So are you saying, how do you see me with a copper ID wanting to have sex and not wanting a child? How would you see that? So like, I don't want a child.
Sure, well then maybe you need to reconsider your recreational activities because a very logical consequence of having sex is with heterosexual sex is creating another human being. Next question. Next question. Sorry, I'm doing 30 seconds.
Joke. I'm sitting here listening to this joke.
Well, you can leave anytime you want. Next question.
I'm curious about the fact that you're about the administration in terms of supporting women who have already had babies, but the Trump administration has cut temporary assistance for needy families and the SNAP program dramatically because of the tax breaks he gave to the middle class, or the upper class, actually.
No, Washington Post, New York Times actually said that like majority of Americans actually did, so it wasn't just the other.
They got like $1,000 back in the initial, but a lot of families had to pay a lot more when the actual tax returns came. So we can ignore that part, but I'm just curious about the fact that there's just no support for mothers who have recently given birth, who need assistance with food stamps and utility payments and things like that. Your administration that you tend to back.
Your administration, are you an American? It's your administration.
Fucking all our administrations doesn't support needy mothers.
That's actually not true. So, okay, we hear this all the time, right? Like, oh, Republicans or whatever Republican policy. That's actually not true. We know that TANF and welfare reform in the late 1990s was when we reformed welfare, was one of the single biggest reasons to get so many people out of poverty. So actually you can look at the stats you're using are whack, first of all. But second of all, you and I can disagree. The pro-life movement, we have more than 3,000 pregnancy resource centers that aren't fairly funded. And maternity homes that provide for women after the child has been born, that say, what is the material you need to have? How can we help you get there? But you and I, we could disagree about policy. I could say, well, I think tax breaks make more wealth in the economy, produce more jobs because we have the lowest unemployment rate in decades in our country, and that reducing poverty makes sure people don't need TANF, they don't need to be on food stamps. You and I can have a disagreement on that. It doesn't mean that you and I don't agree that women and children deserve the care that they need. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I agree with that, but I also think that if you're a single mom who recently gave birth, unemployment isn't a factor for you. You can't be employed if you're a single mom who's recently given birth in the last 4 weeks of having a child.
No, you're employed, you're just taking leave.
I mean, that's assuming a lot of things.
I have lots of employees right now who are on paternity or maternity leave. So you're still employed, you're just not working, you're on leave.
But if you might have that access to that system where your employees might, but on the whole, there are single, especially POC, like women who gave birth who don't have access to unemployment because they weren't employed, or employment benefits like maternity leave because they weren't employed when they gave birth. And the administration, it's just a fact, has cuts now.
So what is your question to me?
I just don't feel like the Trump administration, you've made all these claims about how they back up others who recently had.
I didn't make any claims about the Trump administration in my speech. I didn't talk about the Trump administration at all. I didn't talk about the Trump administration. When did I split? What did I say?
You said the Trump administration like 3 separate times.
I talked about the Women's March and the Women's March being inspired by the Trump administration. I wasn't defending any policies, but I mean, we can defend them. It's just a different speech. Next question. I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Has not supported women who are struggling to feed.
I actually think the administration is supporting women. Why? Because this is the lowest unemployment we've ever had. For African Americans, this is the lowest African American unemployment rate we've ever had. By eliminating poverty, putting people to work, by lowering the tax burden, you actually help people, and you help give people more of their money to spend their money. Are there things we have to do? Absolutely. It's actually Ivanka Trump, the pro-choice Ivanka Trump, who's pushing for a national paid family leave act that we're actually supporting. Next question.